Yo, what is up, guys? You know who it is. I'm here bringing some gameplay, and today I'm gonna show you guys. I know this, little gameplay is not a lot, but yeah, I've been trying to go flawless through this fucking hard. Um, competent players, competent players, competent players. They're hard to find. Well, hopefully, I'll go flawless with this team. Not a bad team. Kind of happy with them. Smoke Child 420 and Blaze Burrito like always. Blaze is having a little setback though, so he's not doing as good as he should. He doesn't really enjoy this map. Alright, so we're going to start off with all the exotic weapons in Destiny. And when I say all of them, I mean absolutely all of them. Year 1 to year 2. And the ones that you can only get if you pre-ordered the game. You guys know what I'm talking about. So we got the Necrochasm. We're going to start with year 1, obviously. Necrochasm, Harlight, Cyril's Regime, Monte Carlo, Last Word, Thorn, Vex Mental Class, Maida, Red Death, Bad Juju, Hawkmoon, Thunderlord, Super Good Advice, Dragon's Breath, Gjallarhorn, Truth, Queenbreaker's Bow, Plan C, Pocket Infinity, Fourth Horseman, Lord of Wolves, Invective, Patience in Time, Icebreaker, No Land, Dreg's Promise, and Universal Remote. The last exotic for year 1 that I've actually acquired was the Pocket Infinity, just because I'd never got around to do the actual quest for it. So yeah, this was the actual last weapon that I needed, and I didn't get it until year 2 when those Legacy engrams actually came out. So yeah, that was kind of fucked. The second to last was actually the Nolan. This was probably my sought after weapon throughout the whole entire game. This was the only weapon that I really, really wanted um, after the Thorn, of course, because I wanted to play Trials when Trials first came out, and I knew it wasn't going to have a good advantage of playing it because there were so many Thorns. So what's a good Thorn? If you can't beat them, join them. Picked up the bad boy Thorn, and I actually showed a video on how to get the exotic bounty quests for all the weapons, and it got probably 22,000 views, probably like 23 right now. So yeah, you guys are gonna have a hard time trying to find it, or some of you guys are. And most of these weapons are pretty good. I didn't never used any of them, such as the Surge Regime or any of that. I kept it simple. Maida, Red Death, Bad Juju, Hawkmoon, Thorn. Last Word was kind of okay to me. Gjallarhorn definitely. Never even thought about using the Truth in year 1. Um, yeah, I think those were it. I mean, the Nolan, I used it just for a little bit, and then year 2, that's when I started. When it came out for year 2, I was like, I'm on this, and I used it nonstop. Now we're going into year 2 weapons. You're gonna see a lot of year 1 weapons in here, but they're a lot better. Supercell, Fabian Strategy, Hardlight, Cyril's Regime, Monte Carlo, First Curse, Red Death, Bad Juju, No Time to Explain, Hawk Moon, Last Word, Ace of Spades, Telesto, Plan C, Queenbreaker's Bow, Chaperone, Invective, Universal, Trespasser, Patience in Time, Zen Meteor, Dreg's Promise, Lord of Wolves, Fourth Horseman, Sleeper Simulant, Thunderlord, Super Good Advice, Dragon's Breath, Truth, Boatcaster, Young Wolves Howl, Iron Gjallarhorn, Nemesis Star, Gjallarhorn, Dark Drinker, Raise Lighter, Hereafter, Black Spindle, No Land Beyond, Outbreak Prime, Kavastov, SGOX, Boolean Gemini, Touch of Malice, Jade Rabbit, Ladlock, Maida, and the Thorn. Yes, so these year 2 weapons are probably my favorite weapons out of all the entire game, just because these are amazing. And yes, some of these weapons are technically year 3, such as the Kavastov, but they switched it to year 2 primaries because technically Rise of Iron is taking place in the whole storyline of the Taken. So Taken King, this is, that's why you can't get Rise of Iron without buying the Taken King. So exactly. Um, well, actually, that's exactly what the thing. When you buy Rise of Iron, it says you must have Taken King to purchase this. Not, I don't think you have to have it to purchase it, but just just to play it, you need the Taken King. So as you can see, there's a lot of weapons here, a lot of ones that some people have never seen in their life, such as the Ace of Spades, the Fabian Strategy, and then the Ladlock. A lot of people have seen these weapons, and a lot of people haven't seen these weapons because they're not really useful. A lot of people just don't enjoy these weapons. No Time to Explain, another weapon that is pretty fucking dope, but a lot of people don't enjoy it. I mean, no harm, no foul. Hereafter as well, I fucking hate this weapon. It's a good weapon, but I hate it. I don't think it's a fun weapon to use at all. Sights are horrible. I mean, fuck. Most hated weapon in the entire game. Kvastov, pretty good weapon. Do I use it? Fuck no. It's good, but I don't really enjoy auto rifles anymore. The last auto rifle I played with was the Doctrine. That was during the Doctrine meta. As soon as they fucked with the auto rifles, like, yeah, I don't really like them anymore. But I'm thinking about it because that unbent tree, I believe it's called, for the Iron Banner, it's pretty dope. Jade Rabbit, probably another sought after PlayStation exclusive exotic. Man, I feel bad for you Xbox players because Jade Rabbit is actually really, 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 really fucking good. If you know it, like some people say, there's actually a video that someone posted up that said there's certain weapons that if you become really good at them, you will wreck people. And Jade Rabbit is one of those weapons that if you become extremely good at using it, chaining body shots and precision shots, you will fucking murder in Crucible with it. Um, Thorn, obviously, another weapon that has gone through so many nerfs and buffs, or probably just nerfs. But, you know, because it's a hand cannons have been nerfed, buffed, and just tweaked so many times. And then the Thorn itself has been nerfed so many times. It's still a 3-shot weapon. I don't believe it can 2-shot. Nothing wrong with that. Just not the same Thorn that we knew in year 1. Not the same Collection 2 Thorn than is the Collection 1 Thorn. It's hard to explain. It's still a good weapon, but not the Thorn that everyone remembers. The only reason I got it was because, you know, this video, of course. Outbreak Prime, probably one of the hardest weapons to get in the entire game. When I say hardest, I don't mean like hardest in the sense of, I mean, the quest line is kind of hard. Like, it's the dumbest, it's not the dumbest, it's just so intricate and so much for the Outbreak Prime that, you know, that's what you had to do for, you know, it's so much. It is the hardest exotic. It's harder than the Touch of Malice and it's harder than the fucking Necrochasm. It's definitely harder than the Vex Mythal class. And if you guys don't know, the Vex, the Necrochasm, the Touch of Malice, and the Outbreak Prime were all raid weapons. So they were all weapons created for the raid, or not for the raid, but yeah, exactly. They were all weapons you could only get from the raid. So Vex Middle Class was the first raid weapon, and it was overpowered as fuck until they nerfed it a whole bunch of times. Necrochasm was never overpowered, and I still believe it's still not overpowered. It should be, but I don't think it is. Really good weapon. If you know how to use it, you will always have to fucking reload this weapon, though. It sucks. You can't get like a full kill with this weapon, I don't believe. I haven't used it so far after the auto rifle buffs, but I will sooner or later and show you guys some cool clips of it. And as for the Touch of Malice, if you guys don't know, it's the Taken King exotic scout rifle. So, kind of dope, kind of dope. And then we have the Pulse rifle, which is the newest raid exotic. Each one has their own little things. If you wanted to get the Vex, you just had to beat the game and then hope that it drops for you. You want to get the Necrochasm, you had to beat the raid on hard, I believe, and hope you get a little piece of I forgot what it was called, but an exotic item, and then use that exotic item and fuse it up with another white weapon, and then so on and so forth until you got the Necrochasm. So it wasn't that hard. With the Touch of Malice, you needed, I believe, 50 or 45 fragments. And with those fragments, you had to do another quest that none of it was really hard. Like, you could do this by yourself in the game. It was a solo weapon. All these weapons were solo weapons. From the Vex, the Necrochasm, and the Touch of Malice, all solo weapons. But for the Outbreak Prime, this is the only weapon in the game so far that you need a group of people to actually complete it. So to get the quest, you need to complete the raid. I mean, obviously, all the quests, you need to complete the raids to get them. But the Outbreak doesn't stop just at the raid. So you obviously, to even get the quest, you need to complete the raid, right? Then after you complete the raid, you still need people to do the rest of the quest with. You know, and that's the whole idea about the Outbreak Prime. Is it worth it? Fuck yes. In my opinion, it's probably the only weapon in the game that is truly worth the quest. If you know how to use it, it can be another Jade Rabbit. Like, it can be one of those weapons that if you can master the gun, you will go on sprees. The Outbreak Prime is proof of that. You know, even the No Land Beyond. If you know how to use the No Land and know the recoil patterns and know how quick, not quick draw, how snapshot works on the No Land, you will murder in Crucible with it. And, you know, Outbreak Prime is no exception to that rule. It will murder if you know how to use it correctly. Trespasser probably one of my sought after weapons before Rise of Iron came out, but then once Rise of Iron came out, I didn't care for it anymore. Just wanted to show you guys. But, okay weapon, I guess. I haven't used it yet. I really don't plan on ever using it. Maybe just to get those last couple of sidearm kills. That's about it. And that's it, guys. I mean, none of these weapons are really thought after. Like, the only weapon I can see is thought after is the Outbreak Prime at this point in time. Young Wolf's Howl, everyone should have it. Iron Gjallarhorn, another weapon that if you just get the game, you probably can get it. I'm not sure. But I know if you pre-order the game, Iron Gjallarhorn is your gun. It's the same fucking thing as the regular Gjallarhorn, except obviously Iron Gjallarhorn. It's a different color scheme. And that's about it for that one. And another weapon that goes through a kind of huge type of environment, which you can consider it almost as similar as the Outbreak Prime, is the Sleeper Simulant. Not as crazy, but not as hard, I guess. So yeah, guys, hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, drop a like. If you didn't, dislike. I mean, yeah, go ahead. No, just don't listen. Like the channel to show me that you hate me. There we go. Like the video. Hope you guys enjoy. If you did, comment below. Hi. Peace.